Welcome back to this channel. So in today's class, we are going to learn how to insert the Naira sign into your document in Microsoft Word. First, Microsoft Word, as usual, is a word processing program by Microsoft used to create, to edit, and format documents like letters, resume, reports, and books. Of course, it's one of the most widely used Microsoft Office suite. Okay, now how do I launch into Microsoft Word? Like we did when we had our last class in Microsoft Access, you go to your Windows button and click there. Of course, this is where all the programs are. You click on all programs, then you scroll down to looking for Microsoft Word. W is for Word. So I'll scroll down, take my time to go to W. So on Microsoft Word is here, is where it is located, Microsoft Word. So I'm going to click on it. When I click on it, I'll wait for Microsoft Word to be launched. So on this window, I need a blank document. So I'll click on this blank. It will open for us. When the Microsoft Word is launched, we have this environment. This area where we have the section point blinking is called the document area. The first bar up here where we have the document one is called the title bar. Just beside it, we have the quick access toolbar. We have the file menu. We have the tabs, which we have the home, insert, draw, and the likes until where we have the acrobat. All this is called the tabs. Now below the tabs, we have what we call the ribbon. The ribbon, this is all the ribbon. Ribbon are grouped. The home tab have the clipboard group, the fonts group, the paragraph group, the styles. We have the editing, acrobat, add in. Likewise, the insert tab, we have various grouping here. Below the document area, we have the status bar. The status bars will tell us the numbers of what we've typed in our document. Of course, you're using English Nigeria. Then just beside towards the extreme here, we have the different views in Microsoft. So we have the read mode view, we have the print layout view, and we have the web layout view. Here on this is called the zoom control. You can increase your zoom level. Of course, when you click on the plus, the magnification level increase. When you click on the minus, it also reduces. Now, our aim today is how to make the Naira sign and equally how to insert a table in our document. Let's start with the Naira sign. Let's assume this document is to be sent to the Federal Ministry of Health. Let me just give it a title. Of course, I will activate my caps lock so that it will come all in capital letter. So I'll type Federal Ministry of Health. So I'll strike my enter key to bring the insertion point down. Of course, I want to bold the text. I go back to my home tab. I will highlight my text by resting my hand on the shift key, then use my right arrow key. So I'm highlighting using the keyboard. I can as well as highlight using the I-beam. Click and drag towards your right hand side. So the text is on highlight. I can bold my text to make it have dark thickness. So I increase my font size and the likes. So I want to create the Naira sign. How do I insert the Naira sign? The Naira sign can be inserted when you strike your N key on the keyboard. Just like I told you, we have different groupings. Now, if you look at this dark point at each of the group here, it is called the dialog box launcher. Dialog box launcher. It's at the extreme here. We go to insert here, we have the dialog box launcher on various tabs. We have them on various tabs. Under the insert tab, we don't have them much on this tab. It's not even on this tab. But we have the dialog box launcher on the clipboard group, the fonts group. Now I want to turn this end to a double, I want to have a double strike through on the end to make it to be a Naira sign. So first I will do, I will highlight the N. I will highlight the N, click and drag it towards the left hand side. So the N is on highlight. So I'll come to my font group. I'll click on the dialog box launcher. When I click on the dialog box launcher, under the content of my font, I have a command that is called a double strike through. When I click on the double strike through, I click on OK, then my N is now having a double strike through. So automatically it turns to a Naira sign. But here is the caution you must take. When you type the N and select the double strike through, you must be careful because other characters close to it may have the double strike through. So I assume I'm typing 500,000, a comma, and a triple zero zero. Notice that all the numbers beside the N that has the Naira sign has the double strike through. So how do I remove my double strike through if this happens to my document? So I'll go back there, highlight to where I have the 5. I'll highlight from the 5 towards the right hand side. Okay, more or less we can space it first. Let's try to space it. When we space it, we highlight here. Go back to our dialogs box launcher and deselect this. So you have this. But if you look at it closely now, you will notice that you have a Naira sign, a double strike through in front of the Naira sign. So I want to remove it. I'll use my shift key, highlight only this. I'll highlight only this, shift and right arrow key. Then go back to my dialogs box launcher, then deactivate this and click on OK. So we have our 500,000 Naira. Subsequently, you can copy the Naira sign and paste it where you want. I can come in front of the front of the Naira sign, rest my hand on shift, highlight it, rest my hand on shift, then use my left arrow key. It depends on where I am. So I press on Ctrl plus C, but let's use it from the group here, the clipboard group. I have the copy. I click on the copy. I strike in front of my 0, strike my enter key, then come back to my paste and paste it there. So I have my Naira sign there. I can strike my enter key, paste it again, strike my enter key, paste it again, strike my enter key, paste it again. So that's how we can get a Naira sign using Microsoft Word. If you like this class, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.